Hi, I'm Debbie Hartner.
I'm Elsie Johnson.
We are two sisters, Southern cooking.
Hey y'all, we're back.
We're back.
Your worst nightmare is back.
This year is something I've anticipated for about a week now because
It sounds really good.
Elsie got me this book. Where is it, Elsie?
Let me find it for you.
Oh my God. It's called The Book of Pie by Erin Mcdowell.
I got it for her
Now,
for Christmas.
she's kind of like our hero when it comes to baking and stuff like that because she has such great.
She explains things very, very well. This book is excellent. It shows you pictures of like if you overmix your dough, what it looks like when it's overmixed. She just has all the different and tells you how to fix stuff if you've done it wrong.
Right.
So that's why we like her so much.
And she's so friendly too. She seems like she's
Showing
so
what
friendly.
she looks like. She looks like a
She looks like a housewife from the 1950s.
Yeah, she has a scarf around her head. Almost every video we've ever seen, she has that.
So, Elsie got me this for Christmas, which I was like over the moon. I was squealing like a little kid.
She has another book. It's something about faithful baking or something. I forget what it is, but we want that one as well eventually.
This book, when I sat down and I was looking at it, I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many good recipes in here. So this is our take on her recipe, because we did switch things up a little bit. Instead of using the unsweetened melted chocolate, we use German chocolate, melted and it's sweet.
Our family is pretty much, I mean, to
We're
a certain
very
extent,
sweet.
we like the sweet chocolate. We don't care for unsweet.
So we took it and made it our own. We did make her all buttah pie crust, and we just finished baking it, and then we're going to mix the dry ingredients together and then mix in the regular
The wet
ingredients. And we're going to get this in the oven and we're going to cook it like 30-35 minutes at 350. But I'm so excited because when I got home Christmas night with this book, I was looking through it and I called Elsie and I said, Elsie, they have a German chocolate pie. Because that's kind of like our favorite cake.
Yeah, it is.
So I said, this is going to be off the chain good, so I can't wait to try it. So here we go. We're going to try this recipe. This is Erin Mcdowell's German chocolate pie. Elsie and Debbie style. So you mix your dry ingredients in, and
Which was flour, sugar, salt,
and unsweetened cocoa powder.
okay.
So there's so many recipes in there I want to try. I'm telling you, she makes the best looking
She
pies and
impresses
cakes.
me so much that she can take a pie out of a pie pan and lift it out of the pan, and it supports itself. Like to present it on the table, it's not in a pie dish.
Right.
She takes it out of the pie dish, and then it holds together, and you can cut it. I mean,
And
she's just so amazing.
She said that's the only way that you know that your pie dough is accurately baked
Right.
and made is if you can take it out of, well, we're
You
not
can
taking
lift
ours
it.
out right now because it's hot. But you can literally lift it up and hold it in your hands.
and it doesn't fall.
And it doesn't fall apart.
It's amazing.
Yeah, she is a superstar to us. So if you're watching this, Erin McDowell, we love you. And we're like, you're like our
if anybody really wants to learn anything to do with pie or anything,
proper baking techniques.
I mean, she is amazing, truly amazing. Okay, so we have our wet ingredients now. We have our eggs.
We have fresh eggs from the chicken coop. So the eggs are coming out medium. So we use 3 instead of 2 large eggs.
All right. We have our heavy cream. And unlike some people, I like to get every last drop.
I do. Do you want me to get a spoon?
Oh, we got one right here.
Oh, okay.
Our melted chocolate and melted butter.
So we use German chocolate that's sweetened instead of the unsweet German chocolate. Right,
I'm sure you
unsweet
could
chocolate.
use semi-sweet chocolate. You could use unsweet, which is what she called for. You could use milk chocolate if you chose. But we had some German chocolate in the freezer, so that's what we used.
And we're
we
actually
have
German
it
chocolate
all.
pie, so
Right. I actually have all the chocolates. I have the unsweet, I have the milk chocolate, I have the German chocolate, I have semi-sweet, I have it all.
I just brought her like 4 boxes
Of milk chocolate.
milk chocolate. That comes in the little bars.
Yeah. Baker's chocolate, basically.
Yep. That's it.
All right, so we're gonna mix this up. And then this gets put in the pie crust and it gets baked for 30 to 35 minutes.
And then when we're done, we're putting this into the oven. We're going to go ahead and make the pecan toffee. Oh my God, it is thick.
Yeah,
Solid.
it's definitely,
Picture of it. It's-
yeah, it's definitely thicker than your normal coconut topping, pecan coconut topping that you use.
I had to contain myself not to make it Christmas night when I got home because I was going to do it because I had all the ingredients there except for the pecans. I had walnuts and
I'm sure you could use whatever nut you chose, but traditionally,
I had chestnuts, I had coconut, everything, all the ingredients for it, and chestnuts and I had walnuts, but I didn't have pecans.
okay.
So,
All right.
yeah, it's still hot, I'm sure.
Woo! Yes, it is.
That is still hot. Look at that. I wonder I would not attempt to pick that up right now because it's too hot and you don't want
Yeah,
to make
but
it
you
too
can
fragile.
see it moving in the plate.
When we made this dough, if your dough has marbling in it from the butter, because I used Irish butter in it, and when we used the dough in it,
Do you want me to get you a spatula because it'll be able to scrape the sides better?
yes, please. Oh, that's going to be good.
It looks so good.
Mama, look at that. I'm gonna. Guys, you don't know. And the smell through this mask is
Here.
just freaking awesome.
Put your whisk in here and then
Alright.
scrape out the rest of it. Get all the yumminess in there that you can. And I just made a mess.
Well, the cats will be around to take care of that.
Yeah, the chocolate.
We don't want the cats to have chocolate. I don't think it's good for them, is it?
I know it's
It's not good for a dog. I don't think.
You're looking at it.
So, Christmas dinner, literally, I sit down at the table, we're eating our dinner, and I have a dog on one leg and a cat on the other begging for food. So Miss Piggy, which is the handicapped cat, is on my one leg, and then Bella, the Chihuahua,
Bella's a beggar.
she is. She's bad about it.
She's aggressive too, as far as like chasing off the other animals to get your food.
to get your food. All right. So this is hot as Hades, but we are going to go ahead and put this in the oven. And I was just going to show you, tip it real quick towards the camera. See how it looks? That looks so good. So we're going to put it in the oven, 350 for 30-35 minutes. Let it get nice and thick for the custard. It's going to be a little jiggly in the center, but it's going to form around and firm up around the perimeter. And then we'll take it out, let it cool down, and then we'll put the pecan
Topping on it and then put it in the
coconut topping.
refrigerator.
Oh, I can't wait. It smells divine. We'll see you in our next video, guys.
Hey y'all, we're back. We're making the coconut pecan topping for the top of our German chocolate pie. We are going to put our eggs in to the pot, and we're going to start whisking them up, and then we will add in our heavy cream, our sugar, salt, and vanilla, which is the liquid portions of this. It'll take 8 to 10 minutes for this to come up to temperature. And once it comes up to temperature, then we're going to add in our coconut and our pecans. And then it has to cool down to room temperature before we ever put it on the pie.
And in the sugar, we already put our sea salt that was requested.
And it needed fine sea salt. instead of just your normal regular sea salt.
Actually, today all the recipes requested that.
That's weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's weird.
That's crazy.
Because normally it's either kosher salt or regular salt. And even if we did have sea salt, it would be just the normal sea salt that I carry. So because we don't have normally fine sea salt, you had to get some.
Yeah. I had some at home, but I didn't have enough left over for the recipe, so.
All right, so this we'll stir for about 8 to 10 minutes until it thickens up, and then we will add in our pecans and coconut.
And we'll be right back, guys. Okay, now that Elsie's dealing with microscopic burns, sorry about that.
There's some hot sauce here popping up on me. Okay, we are going to pour this into here. Oh, it did try to scorch on the bottom a little, around the edges. I ended up having to turn that burner totally off for the last minute. That's how hot it got.
That's a lot of conduction going through those metal pans.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Okay. So let's put our nuts in first. They'll be easier to fold in without the coconut. And this is going to have to sit and come to room temperature, which is fine because your pie has to totally cool down and be refrigerated to get cool enough for this to go on it. Okay.
All right.
Lord, we got cat fights over here.
Grayson is fighting with Miss G. The life in this household.
It's always something. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be pretty thick. But it smells and looks so good. All right.
I'm not going to put the rest of that. I'm just going to put some of that in there because it's going to be very thick. I don't want it to be too thick. Oh, that's going to be something good.
Mm-hmm. All right. We are going to, this is mixed in.
There we go. I
Okay.
think we had I had 2.5 cups and we only needed 2 1/4.
Okay.
So I just put a little extra in there just in case.
Yeah, this is pretty thick, which is fine for what this recipe calls for because of it being the topping on top of the pie. It needs to hold up better. So we're gonna let this sit and cool down, and then we'll be back later when we go to put it on the pie.
Hey guys, this is the final step of the German chocolate pie. I'm so excited. Look at this. Isn't this delicious? Oh my gosh. This is nothing but pecan coconut yumminess. It was all I could do to keep Mom, Elsie, and I out of it while it was setting up because it looks so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it and just put it on the top. We're going to put it back in the refrigerator. You want it to sit in the fridge for another hour or two before we serve it. It is nice and firmed and set up, so it's done its due diligence in the fridge. So we're just going to cut it up in a little bit and serve it up. I can't wait. I hope this becomes a new favorite because we love Erin Mcdowell. Her recipes are so good. Her butter pie crust has become like a staple for us because we had our own little recipe and then we tried hers and it was like, oh my god, this is delicious. Because when you're rolling out her dough with a recipe, I mean, you just have the marbling of the butter and it's just so pretty. And just a whole visual, because you eat with your eyes first before you eat with your mouth. And if it has a beautiful presentation, it makes everything taste so much better. Because it could look absolutely yucky and you're going to think that it's going to taste that way too. So you definitely you eat with your eyes first. So, all right. So I think this looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in the fridge. And we'll get it out right before we get ready for dinner, and we'll have some yummy German chocolate pie tonight. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support, and we'll see you in our next video.
Elsie. And I'm Debbie.
We're two sisters Southern cooking.
And we thank you for visiting our page. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.